Sometimes, my friend, you wake up one morning and realize something hard to admit. You've spent years trying to become someone others could believe in. But here's the truth that stings the most. No one can hand you that belief. Not a parent, not a partner, not even the voice of someone you deeply admire. There are nights when you lie awake, staring at the ceiling, whispering, "What's wrong with me? Why can't I just be stronger?" And your mind replays every moment you stayed silent when your heart wanted to speak. Every time you let someone else's certainty outweigh your own. If that sounds like you, breathe. You're not broken, my friend. You're just tired of building your worth on borrowed approval. There's a reason your heart feels heavy. It's been carrying every "not enough" you ever believed. So pause with me for a second. Write something down. Not to prove anything, but to mark this very moment when you decide to stop waiting for someone else's permission. Write, "I'm learning to trust my own voice." Because maybe confidence doesn't begin with thunder or applause. Maybe it starts right here, in the quiet decision to keep your flame alive, even when no one else can see its light. Confidence isn't a storm, my friend. It's a small flame, the kind you cup in your hands when the wind blows hard. Most people think confidence is something you're born with, but it isn't. It's something you build, slowly, awkwardly, with scraped knees and trembling hands. When I was young, I thought confident people were born taller, louder, luckier. They walked into a room and the air seemed to bend around them. I was not one of them. The first time I tried to speak in public, my voice cracked halfway through the first sentence. My mind went blank. I froze, stared at a dozen bored faces, and ended early just to escape. That night, sitting on the edge of my bed in a small, dark apartment, I felt something close to shame. I remember holding my face in my hands and whispering, "Maybe I'm just not made for this." But somewhere in that silence, a smaller, quieter voice said, "Then learn." And that, my friend, was the moment I discovered what confidence really is. It's not the absence of fear. It's the decision to move forward anyway. It's the hand that steadies the flame when the wind tries to put it out. Dale Carnegie once wrote that the person who goes far is the one who is willing to act, even when they are afraid. You see, he understood something most people forget. Confidence doesn't grow from applause. It grows from action. Each small step you take in the face of doubt becomes proof that you're stronger than your fear. Think about Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. He began his career with only $7 in his pocket and a mountain of uncertainty. But he didn't wait for belief to appear. He built it, one small effort at a time. That's confidence. Not arrogance, not noise, just quiet faith in steady work. Or take Viola Davis. She once said, "You either claim your story or it claims you." She grew up poor, bullied, and invisible, but she refused to let those beginnings define her ending. Now, when she stands on stage, you can feel the strength of every wound she turned into wisdom. That isn't luck, my friend. That's courage saying, "This is who I am, and I'm still enough." Elon Musk once admitted he gave SpaceX only a 10% chance of survival. 10%! And still, he risked everything. He believed more in the attempt than in the approval. And Taylor Swift? She sang in empty cafes long before anyone cared to listen. She wasn't the right look or the right sound, but she kept playing. Sometimes confidence is exactly that, the stubborn refusal to disappear. You see, the world teaches us to wait for permission, for someone to tell us we're talented enough, smart enough, worthy enough. But if you wait for that, you'll wait forever. No one can hand you belief. You have to light that flame yourself. Every time you try again after failure, you feed that flame. Every time you stand up after embarrassment, you protect it from the wind. And one day, you'll look down and realize the flame has become a fire. Michael Jordan was once cut from his high school basketball team. He went home, shut his door, and cried. Then he practiced harder than anyone else. Later, he said, "I've failed over and over again in my life, and that is why I succeed." Confidence, my friend, is repetition. You become what you practice. If you practice hesitation, you'll live small. If you practice courage, you'll live free. A young woman once asked me, "How do I believe in myself when no one else does?" And I told her, you stop waiting for the crowd. You decide you're enough, even in an empty room. Because the truth is, every great life begins unseen. Every inventor, every artist, every dreamer, they all started in silence. And that's because silence, my friend, is where confidence grows best. Confidence doesn't start in the spotlight. It starts in the dark, in long hours, quiet effort, and lonely repetition that no one celebrates. Serena Williams once said, "Confidence is my weapon." She faced doubt, bias, ridicule, but she never waited for acceptance. She played her way into history. That's what belief does. It builds a bridge over doubt. One plank, one breath, one heartbeat at a time. You're going to fall, my friend. You're going to be misunderstood. You'll hear no more times than you can count. But every no is just another nail in the bridge you're building. Each one strengthens your way forward. There's a saying I love. Ships don't sink because of the water around them. They sink because of the water that gets in. Let the world doubt you if it must. Just don't let that doubt inside. Keep your flame dry, safe, and alive. Jim Carrey once said, "You can fail at what you don't want, so you might as well take a chance on doing what you love." That, my friend, is the truest form of confidence, choosing love over safety. And here's the secret. You've already proven you can survive hard things. Every heartbreak, every disappointment, every lonely night, and yet you're still here. That's not luck. That's evidence. That's strength. So the next time you question yourself, remember this. Confidence isn't pretending to be brave. It's remembering that you already are. It's the quiet knowing that you've made it through before and you can do it again. There will be quiet seasons when progress feels invisible. You'll wonder if anything is working. But growth, my friend, is like sunrise. It begins in darkness before anyone sees the light. Every mountain looks impossible until you've climbed it. Then you look back and smile at the fear that once told you it couldn't be done. So if you're standing at the base of your own mountain right now, tired, unsure, out of breath, take one small step. The view will come later. For now, just keep climbing, because confidence isn't found at the top. It's built in every step along the way up. Step 1. Begin before you're ready. Don't wait for confidence to show up. Act first. Confidence will follow. Dale Carnegie used to say that action breeds courage, while inaction breeds doubt and fear. Start where you are, with what you have. Even the smallest motion forward builds momentum. Step 2. Speak kindly to yourself. If someone talked to your best friend the way you sometimes talk to yourself, would you allow it? Your words become your world. Replace "I can't" with "I'm learning." Replace "I failed" with "I'm growing." Confidence isn't built by perfection, it's built by compassion. Step 3. Feed the flame daily. Write down what went right each day. A small win, a moment of honesty, a task completed. These are sparks, my friend. Don't dismiss them. Gratitude turns effort into strength and fear into wisdom. And when you live this way, something remarkable happens. The approval you once begged for begins to lose its power. The people who doubted you no longer define you. You begin to trust your own rhythm, your own voice. And that's when the quiet flame inside turns steady, calm, and unshakable. I think often about Dale Carnegie's words. Develop success from failures. Discouragement and failure are two of the surest stepping stones to success. He believed and proved that courage is a muscle, not a miracle. And every act of courage, no matter how small, trains the heart to believe again. So when fear whispers you can't, answer softly, "Watch me." When doubt says, "You're not ready," reply, "Neither was anyone else when they began." Because no one in history was confident the first time they tried. Not Edison when his bulbs failed. Not Oprah when she was told she didn't belong on TV. Not you, my friend, when you first fell and stood back up. Confidence isn't a gift, it's a practice. And the more you practice, the brighter it burns. One day, you'll look back and see that every broken moment was part of your making. Every stumble was a seed. Every not enough became the soil where belief grew roots. And when you see that clearly, you'll understand something powerful. Courage always comes first, long before confidence arrives. And when that realization dawns, you'll smile quietly and whisper, "I was brave all along." Because you were. So tonight, before you fall asleep, whisper this to yourself: I am still learning. I am still growing. And I am enough right now. You don't need the whole world to agree with you. You just need to light that one small flame in your own hands. Protect it. Feed it. Walk with it through the wind. Because that's how belief begins. Not with thunder, but with a spark. Tomorrow may never come, but today is here, quiet, waiting, for you to believe just a little more than you did yesterday. And my friend, that's enough.